Next step in the Polkadot UX journey. I'd like to go through three things: the state of staking today, latest UX for the dashboard, and then we'll be looking at something completely new. So how are we doing with staking on Polkadot? Well, we're doing pretty good. We can see from the dashboard we've got over 500,000 lifetime visits now, over 750,000 lifetime page views, and 6 figures for 30 days. The average time on app is more in the last 30 days than the average of the whole lifetime, so we expect this number to go down, but it is not. Nomination pools have crossed 12,000 members, and now a third of active stakers are now nomination pool members. So as we can see, dot staking pools is increasing. The pool members are gradually increasing as well. But the thing is, we still have a huge opportunity for growth. The percentage of staked dot is still relatively low. Another good thing is that inactive nominators are down in the thousands. These are nominators who are not receiving rewards. They're probably not very happy. So we want these numbers to continue decreasing. So takeaways, we have a really strong core audience engaged in staking. Inactive nominators have been decreasing for a while, since December. Nomination pools are on track to surpass nominators, I estimate this year probably. And pools will soon shape the user perception of Polkadot as it becomes the primary means to start staking, interestingly. So another update, controller accounts that we've been accustomed to using, they're finally being deprecated. So we found that less than 10% of nominators had a unique controller to their stash. We've had an alternative for a while, proxies. So in an upcoming upgrade, it will be no longer be possible to set your controller to a different account. So this is actually live on West End now, Kusama and Polkadot coming next month. So there are wide-ranging benefits to doing this, simplified code, better terminology, and proxies are opt-in, whereas controllers were not. So you can visit the dashboard today to switch your controller back to your stash and help in the deprecation as we begin drawing down the unique controller accounts. So that was the first thing. Next thing is UX. So staking dashboard today, for those who are not aware, it's a web app. This is what it looks like. There's a fully featured interface for nomination pools as well, historical payout records, a validator browser, a directory for validators, so network switching, simple means to submit extrinsics, in-app help, dark mode and responsive design, and it's available in Chinese, fully localized in Mandarin. So beyond the flagship Dapp, the dashboard is now a window into the relay chain staking system for end users. And as such, it's a new style guide that moves away from JS apps into the realm of a more user-friendly experience. And as it's maturing, it's becoming a vehicle to bolster support for new staking features as they become available palette side, and key UX needs of Polkadot in general. Let's go through some new features that we launched a couple of weeks ago, permissionless reward claiming for pools. So this allows any account to claim rewards on a member's behalf. So pool members can choose to compound, withdraw, or both. So this can be configured at any time. So as a pool member in the dashboard, I can enable this and submit. So something we've rolled out alongside this is pool commission. And there's a lot we can do here. So the root role of the pool configures the commission and claims. So beyond the rate and a payee, we can set the maximum commission allowed, along with a change rate. So the change rate dictates by how much I can increase commission per number of blocks. So essentially, it's throttling commission changes. So so key thing, these values can only be more restrictive on subsequent updates. So this gives pool members a level of trust and guarantee that they will not be subject to huge commission increases. Another thing we have, global maximum commission. So a network-wide cap on how much commission can be charged. 0% on Polkadot right now. We'll be enabling that soon. 10% on Kusama. And West End is truly the Wild West. 100% is allowed. So go to Manage Pool, set your commission in the UI. That's out today. So we think pool commission and the permissionless claiming will work together. So pool operators now have a means to get funds, and with those funds, they'll be able to claim rewards on their members' behalf. So from a pool member's perspective, they'll automatically be receiving rewards as they come. So next thing, proxy accounts. Proxies gone mainstream. Proxies have been on Polkadot for around 3 years now, so this has been an effort to try and bring them to a core use case in staking. So just recapping proxies, an account called the delegator registers a proxy. They give the proxy account and the type. The staking type, in particular, allows the proxy to sign staking-related transactions. So on the dashboard now, we can import proxy accounts, and they can sign on behalf of the delegator. So this is what it looks like. Proxy accounts are subcategorized under the delegator. They appear in the header and on the overview. And signing works just as it has been. The proxy account is the default account that signs. So ultimately, proxies keep delegators cold. We can lock these accounts in a safe. The proxy can be imported in the dashboard and act as a controller account, effectively. So another highly requested feature are reserve balances. Always have enough for transaction fees. So now you can toggle the amount of free balance you wish to reserve. So you can confidently click the max bond button and not worry about draining your free balance. So this is available now on the overview page. Connectivity beyond the web extension. Polkadot Vault is rolled out on dashboard now. We can use that. Very simple to sign, to import accounts. Just present my QR code. And transaction signing is a similar process. Scan the QR, present back your signature. So this accompanies Ledger now in the dashboard. Connect in-app, no web extension required. So this is especially powerful for Vault. It makes the dashboard now browser agnostic and device agnostic. Anything with a webcam can now theoretically use Staking Dashboard. Another good thing to look at, accessibility. So the latest update is 70% smaller than previous. This is even more impressive next to JS apps that is 14 meg on a page load. So typical broadband speeds, we've gone from 3 seconds to 2 seconds on page load times, and the cached page load is now a tiny 0.38 seconds, so very fast. So this is a visualization of the apps, the packages and the assets used in the app. So if we cut out this way, if we cut out this section, quite a big chunk, this is Substrate Connect. So it's 2.5 meg gzipped and should be dynamic imported. So in the dashboard now, this is only imported and loaded when the user switches to the light client. And this is probably how all apps should be managing Substrate Connect. So to summarize, Staking Dashboard takes UX pretty seriously. We continue to incentivize network security participation. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We'll continue to roll out features until feature complete. Not actually long to go. We've got some manual payout stuff, the validate extrinsic. And we'll begin rolling out packages derived from the dashboard starting this year, starting with the Connect package. So all the connection options, hopefully we can package them up and give them to other apps. And yeah, there's many things in the pipeline, lots of things I don't have time to talk about today, but there's plenty of things in the pipeline. So visit Staking Dashboard today. Those updates are now live. So beyond dashboards, what's next beyond dashboards? This is something I've been exploring recently, and I'd like to show you a sneak peek at a very experimental prototype. So when analyzing the problems of web apps in general, a few things crop up. They're not proactive. We need to open the device, go to the browser. They don't visit us. If we want to use web notifications, they're segmented across browsers, and they're mostly used for spamming, so not many of us use them. Segmentation is a general theme through web extensions and browser support. And as parachain apps and platforms grow, which is a really good thing, a byproduct of that, we'll begin to see segmentation across those platforms, which will make it very challenging to stay up to date across my accounts. So what do we need? We need something that brings users closer to Polkadot. It would be nice to extend beyond the web browser. We want to appeal to the core audience, so everyone here that's currently using Polkadot. It needs to be complementary to existing dashboards. So we've worked very hard on these dashboards, and we like using them, so we want something to complement them rather than completely replace them. And it would be nice to push the boundaries of connectivity as we move into a multi-chain world where instances are running concurrently in parallel. So what I can show today is a brand new blockchain user experience. It's designed to complement existing web apps, not replace them. Plugs users directly into Polkadot. And multi-chain as standard. So we're going to bring decentralized Polkadot notifications and chain interactions directly to the desktop. So Mac OS and Windows. So native app, it utilizes the existing code base of Staking Dashboard, the various UI components we've battle tested. Fully Node RPC driven, soon to be light client, so there's no centralized services. Plugs users directly into Polkadot. As soon as I open my device, it'll be running. And it's always online. So because it's always online, I've opted to call this app Polkadot Live. And here it is, always connected, and it brings us events as they happen on-chain. So it lives in the menu bar, very small UI footprint. Multi-chain app standard, so this thing can support any substrate-based chain. It brings us actionable notifications to the forefront of the UI, the keyword here being actionable, so I can respond to them and submit extrinsics directly on desktop. And I have full control over what events I receive. So let's explore the UI a little bit more. So we have a silent mode if we don't want native notifications enabled. A settings menu, pretty standard. Very simple UI, navigation, just tabs to switch between. Events themselves are grouped by network, and then again subcategorized. The event item is just high-level information, call to actions, and links to external dashboards if I want to have a bigger user interface to explore. And I can bring up the footer to explore the networks I'm connected to. So this thing here is called the permission badge. It represents which permission was enabled to receive the event in question. So I can switch to the Manage tab, and on a per-account basis, I can toggle what I want to receive. And again, all this is in a very small UI footprint in the menu bar. So what about wallet support? How are we importing accounts into this app? Well, we're relying on hardware wallets. So we want to see a future where everyone owns their keys. Hardware wallets offer the most secure experience of doing this. There's no middleware of web extensions, so no friction there. And directly sign transactions on device. So private keys and seeds never touch the desktop, so that's key. So Vault and Ledger already supported in Polkadot Live. Easy importing with real-time feedback. Standard functions like renaming are built in. Private keys, again, stay on the hardware. And ideally, we'd like to see a world where the hardware wallet supports all of our accounts across our parachains. So I'd like to give a quick demo now, if I have time. My counter's a bit off. So I've got, where's my cursor? OK. I have Polkadot Live running here in the menu. Can you see that? OK. So click to, OK. So that was a bit of a thing that I wasn't expecting. But OK, so we can move the window. If I'm expecting many notifications, I can resize and put it to the side. Very easy to switch through my Manage tab and go through my accounts. So to import an account, we can click here and go to Manage Accounts. So very simple UI to the staking dashboard here. We're bringing consistency between our apps and now between platforms. So to import an account using Vault, I can click Manage. And let's use Polkadot Vault. So import another account. The webcam should come up. Simply present the QR code, and the account's imported. So let's call this ROS Decoded. OK, so to get it live and receiving events, I click this import button. So importing this account automatically subscribes it to events relevant to its on-chain activity. If my account is in a nomination pool, it will subscribe to staking and nomination pools, and so on and so forth. So after clicking import accounts, this happens. I'm receiving native notifications to tell me this is ready and active now. And then the account will be imported. OK, so go back, close window. So what about extrinsics? Well, I've got two options here. I can bond and withdraw. So I'm going to do two things. I'm going to go to the staking dashboard firstly. And now the staking dashboard automatically connects to an account if it's imported. Just provide it the address. OK, let's go to bond, just compound our rewards for our nomination pool. So as we can see, the figures are aligning. That's great. So I'm going to click sign. And again, this brings up a UI for Polkadot Vault. So we open the QR reader, scan it, put in my PIN again. So this presents a signature on Vault. I'm ready to go ahead and sign. So go ahead. So it's that simple. So the transaction submitted. We can either wait for confirmation and get feedback here, or we can just close the window. So again, everything is live and synced up. The dashboard reacted to that, and now my unclaimed rewards are 0. So that was a quick demo of that prototype. So where are we, and where are we going with this? Well, we're currently at stage 1, the core system. We want to get everything working in terms of syncing. If I close my device, open it, I expect the app to resync, reconnect automatically. The initial release, we would like to support the relay chain, so staking and OpenGov are obvious use cases. And stage 3, parachain support. So this is the interesting one. Hopefully, we can support custom events for a range of parachains. So all of your events will be coming through one interface directly on your desktop. I just wanted to share this as well, the 3 pillars of Polkadot UX. We started with low-level chain interactions for developers, JS apps. We're actively working on web apps now, staking dashboard, and so forth. Easier to understand and use, more intuitive features. And now we're introducing this 3rd pillar, a general-purpose aggregation or quick actions, account management, so these specialized clients now. So in the near future, I'll be posting updates on the forum. And that's what I wanted to talk about. So thank you.